So in this tutorial we're going to look at creating a menu structure for our last program, which was the temperature program. So here's the temperature program that we wrote, and when you run it, it'll obviously ask you the first part there to essentially give you an input for Celsius. It'll then work out the value in Fahrenheit, and then it goes straight on then to asking you a question about Fahrenheit and then working out then the Celsius value. So what we can do with this is we can actually get it so that the user can choose what to do, because at the moment the program just runs in order. So the way I'm going to start this is I'm going to make a variable called choice, and you can call this whatever you want, and it's going to be an input. So I'm going to say, what would you like to do? So the first thing with that is obviously it is going to ask us what we'd like to do before we do anything. Now I want to give the user some options first, so I'm going to type in print, and then I'm going to do something I haven't done much before. I'm going to do 3 speech marks. Now you'll notice when I do 3 speech marks, the whole of the text there goes green. And that's because speech marks is like a multi-line output. So I'm just going to do another 3 speech marks, and you'll notice then it returns back to normal. So we're going to make a bit of an interface here. So I'm going to start off, I'm just going to do some stars. There you are. And what we're going to do is we're going to give the user some options. So one is convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. Then option 2 would be convert Fahrenheit to Celsius, and then the last one, 3, would be exit. And to make it then quite nice, I'm going to round off them with a few little stars. Now if I run this program, just to show you what it's going to do, it's come up and there's a little menu here, and it says there, what do you want to do? Now if I type in anything here, so if I do 3, which should exit, obviously it doesn't, it just goes on to the next line. And the reason it does that is because we haven't told it what to do with this choice. So what we need to do now is put this into some form of if statement. So we're going to start off by saying if choice, and we're going to use the double equals because that's an equal to. So if the choice is equal to 1, I'm going to put a colon. So if the choice is equal to 1, think of that as a then. So if its choice is equal to 1, then I want it to run this code here. Now Python's pretty good at doing this, so we can just simply indent this. Now there's 2 ways you can do it. You can either press the tab key, which will move everything over, or if you didn't want to press the tab key, on the format option there's an indent region here, which will do the same thing. Now to make this a bit easier to read, I'm just going to get rid of the space between the code here. So we've got if the choice is equal to option 1, then it's going to run this code. Well, we need now a secondary option, so I'm going to do elif, so that's else if the choice is equal to 2, then we're going to run this code. And again, I'm just going to get rid of the white space that's here, and I need then to do something for the exit. So what I'm going to do is elif choice equals to 3, then I'm going to type in the words exit. Now what that does is exit is a reserved word. It understands what exit is because it terminates the program. So let's have a look. When we run this program now, what's it do? Well, the first thing here is what would you like to do? Great. So if I do option 1, what is the temperature? Well, I'm going to go with 0, and bam, it returns 32, which is great. That's exactly what I want. Now just to show you with this program, if I run this program again, what will happen is if I go to 3, so if I press 3, press enter, it exits. So this program is working exactly how I want it to. But what happens if we do something like 6? 6 isn't in my little menu, and I haven't programmed it to do anything with 6. Well, what it does is it goes straight through the options. So it goes there. It says, is choice equal to 1? No, it's not. Is choice equal to 2? No, it's not. Choice equal to 3? No, it's not. So it doesn't actually know what to do with it. So it just ends. So what we could do is we could do else, and then we could print an error. Error, invalid choice. So this time, when I run my program, what would you like to do? We're going to do 6, and it says invalid choice, and obviously then the program will end. Now that's all very well and good. However, what ideally we need to do is get this program to loop, and the way we do this is we need to use a while loop. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to say while true, and then I'm going to indent everything that's here. Now when I run this program now, while true, if I do, as an example, 6, it's obviously loop in there, which is great, but if I wanted to exit, it still loops, and that's because I need to break this loop. So the way we do that is we type the word break, and now when we run it, what would you like to do? If you notice, we do 6, no, invalid choice. What I'm going to do 3, bam, it exits. So that's how you do a full loop menu system.